What is going on, book besties? And welcome back to another booktube video on my booktube channel. Question mark? Ready? Oh, you hear the sizzle? I want to start by saying this video is not sponsored by Coke Zero, nor am I endorsing anybody to drink soda. Fun fact, I've been a soda hater. A little bit of backstory: when I was in high school, I was addicted to Dr. Pepper, and I would drink way too much of it, and it did cause a lot of acne and bloating, etc. So I stopped drinking Dr. Pepper, and then I had this strong feeling of soda that I could not drink it. I demonized the fuck out of soda. And then when I went to New York, like 2-3 years ago, I had a Coca-Cola. It was like Christmas time that I went to New York, and I had a crisp, cold Coca-Cola. And I said, holy shit, this is good. Which is crazy because I never liked Coke. I liked Dr. Pepper. And then I had it and I was like, oh my God, this is so good. So then I started rebuilding my relationship with it. And I would have one Coke a week. I stopped drinking Coke again, okay? Then I went to New York again the next year, loved it again, came back from New York, and I was like, damn, low-key, I was kind of craving it. And I was like, ooh, but I was on my cut grind. So I instead switched to, first I tried Diet Coke. And I was like, okay, this is good. But then I tried Coke Zero, started fucking loving that shit, okay? Started drinking these a lot. Then I said, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this very pointless story. Then I said, I'm drinking Coke Zero way too much. I don't want to like it this much. So a couple months ago, about maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I kind of stopped drinking it again because I was kind of over it. And now I'm trying to slim down again. And sometimes I just have a sweet tooth. Not that when I say slim down, I just mean I'm trying to, fitness wise, do a lot of fitness coaching, all of that. I'm just trying to get a little bit leaner for the summer. So I like to have the little zero sodas low-key because sometimes I have a sweet tooth and it just doesn't add any extra calories. And I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm just going to do it. But moderation with everything, okay? Drink lots of water. All that to say, I don't endorse Coke. I guess I'm just drinking it myself. I don't know, guys. Just forgive me. This was a whole tangent I did not plan on going on. So I want to start this YouTube video by giving you guys a reading update, and then we are going to get into what the video is actually going to be. So, starting with the reading update, I just finished A Dark Lord's Guide to Dating by Tiffany Hunt. Let me tell you something. I was in a romantasy reading slump. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Okay. This just brought me back. It is a funny, silly romantasy rom-com. He is the villain. He kidnaps her. Literally listen to the back. Step 1, kidnap someone cute. Step 2, force her into marriage. Step 3, try not to get feelings. This is the humor of the entire book, okay? It's 500 pages-ish. Literally 502 pages. I ate this book up. I'm obsessed with this book. I definitely would recommend it if you're in a romantasy slump, or maybe you are missing romantasy and you want something kind of silly, fun, just a good time, and you still want the romantasy aspect. Definitely check this out because I think it'll help you. So today's video is going to be a little spicy because today we are going through books that I have DNF'd and books that I should have DNF'd. I'm feeling a little spicy, okay? I was feeling like I wanted to talk a little bit of shit today. So I decided I'm going to keep it candid with you guys. I'm going to give you guys my honest thoughts. I'm going to tell you the books I've DNF'd, at least the ones that I can remember. We're going to go through books I've DNF'd, books I wish I would have DNF'd because I motherfucking should have. But I also want to say I don't usually like to talk about books that I don't like online because I never want to be the reason that someone doesn't like a book. I do feel like YouTube's a little more intimate. You know, I just feel like I'm chatting with my close personal best friends. I feel like it's a little different over here. I feel like I can a little bit talk my shit. But with that being said, I am by no means telling you not to read these books. I absolutely think that you should still try them and you should still read them. These are just the reasons that I'm not really fucksing with them. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I'm going to get into it. I'm going to start with this one, and I think I low-key have been talking shit about this book lately. Okay, I don't think this one's going to surprise anybody. I think that I have kind of talked my shit on it. I can't help it. First of all, I can't help it. This shit was like kind of popular on Book Talk. You know what? Honestly, almost all of these were popular on Book Talk. So some of them were not. Some of these were smaller books, I guess, or random books that I found. This one, though, was a popular one on Book Talk. I don't know why. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm still going to read more of this author. And I loved one of the characters in this book enough that I want to read his book especially. So I'm going to read that. It's just this couple. It wasn't the writing. The writing was fine. I feel like the story flow was fine. I felt like it flowed pretty quickly. It was pretty quickly paced. It's just the couple. I did not feel the chemistry. Okay? That's going to be King of Wrath. Okay? I don't like it. It is what it is. My bad. Sorry. I know y'all said it was good, but I'm just not there. I'm just not there. Okay? I don't agree. And it just is what it is. The next one, this one surprised the shit out of me, okay? The next one that I DNF'd, and I didn't think I was going to, was Isle of Sins and Shadows by Carrie Lake. I don't know why. I don't know why. I didn't like it. This one I think kind of was pacing and story mixed. I was not invested really in a single one of these characters. I did not truly care about any of them. The story flow was okay to me. I don't think it necessarily moved fast. I also don't think it necessarily moved slow. It just, again, I think like the characters, I didn't care about it. I didn't care about the characters. I didn't care about what was going on. I didn't care about the story. So for that reason, I'm not truly enjoying it. So I DNF'd it. I couldn't even tell you what it's about. I couldn't even tell you what the characters' names are. Frankly, all of these. All of these, I can't tell you what any of them's about. I can't tell you what any of their names are, except for one motherfucker's name, because I won't ever forget his name, because that should have been, we'll get there. We'll get there. I said, nah, girl, that ain't the book for me, and that's okay if it's for you. Ding. Next, The Maddest Obsession. Your girl loves her a mafia romance. I went through a mafia romance phase, very short phase. Now I like to use them as palate cleansers if I'm starting to slip into a reading slump. They just get you out of it. It's something about a man with a gun and a lot of money who just wants to kill other men with guns and lots of money. And they will do it all for the female that they love and now want to make the mafia princess. And why is it almost always a fucking arranged marriage? Like, I fucking love me a mafia romance, but that's not what we're talking about. We are talking about one that I didn't like. The drama. It's like so silent in here, and my boyfriend's in the bathroom using it, and I'm just like, that man's in there listening to me talk about fucking different books I don't like. I don't know. It's just so funny to me. I feel like talking about books is so unserious. Like, it's honestly cracking me up. Whatever. The Maddest Obsession. Gianna was fucking annoying. You can't tell me otherwise. She just was not giving to me as a character. Okay? I did not fucking like her. I don't want to talk shit about her. Not my kind of girl. And I don't want to talk shit about other women. I love women. I want to build up every fucking woman that exists. Okay? Not this one. At least as far as I got. But even when I saw her in the first book, I was like, oh, you gotta get off my page. I just never fucks with her, bro. Like, literally, like, in the first one, wasn't she literally a gold digger? Like, wasn't that literally what that was in the first one? When she is in love with fucking Christian? Come on, get out of here. Christian, I thought I was gonna love. His story just was moving way too slow for me. But, like, that's my kind of man. I love a guy who's just, like, so in control, has to have perfectly everything clean,
controlled, and he like meets the girl who's just fucking chaos and wrecks it all, and like he only loses his control for her, but for some it was just moving too slow. And then it's like, not only was it moving too slow for me, but then I had to switch to an FMC who I could not fucking stand. And I'm like, of all the FMCs, you're gonna give this fine ass man her? I don't know, I didn't like it. I did not fucking like that one, so sorry. DNF.
Next. Ooh, I know y'all know, but y'all gonna still be mad at me.
I had to DNF the Songbird in the Heart of Stone.
The thing is I was really disappointed though, because I love all the other books in that series. The novella, the standalone, the other two, the duet, fucking love them. This one, I did not like it. And I loved Misha in the first book. I just thought the story was really slow. But overall, Misha as a character, love her. Love her. I just feel like the second story was moving really slow for me. I think I was like still in the underworld, and I was just like, what is even happening? It was just like nothing happened, but so much was supposed to be happening. So you're going through this and it feels like there's like a lot of story, but I still have no read on the MMC. I'm like, I have no idea who this character is. I don't even like him because I don't even know enough about him to like him. And I just feel like you learn these things, you see these things in books usually, and get nuggets of the MMC that makes you like him. I did not give a fuck about this MMC. And that's truly what the problem is. And because of that, I think it dulled the entire book for me, especially because I felt like nothing was happening. So that is why I don't like that one. Next. Ooh, The Scars Within. Listen, guys. I technically got this book as an ARC read and I DNF'd it. And that made me really sad because I did not want to DNF an ARC read. I did not want to DNF a book by a small author. So I have not ever posted about it. I haven't ever said anything about it just because I didn't want to guide people to not read this small author because I think she's so sweet and I think her story should be out there. I love seeing her journey and stuff. But I think this book's actually kind of popular on Book Talk now. I personally don't get it. I think, again, I love a very bitchy character. I really fucking do. Diana, Nesta, Aelin, Bryce. Who else are bitchy characters that I love? Tori Vega. And the list goes on. I love bitchy characters. This one felt immature bitchy. It felt mean girl bitchy. Like a girl would literally just start talking and she was like, ew, I hate this girl, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, on one hand, I feel like I see what was trying to happen with this book. Almost like a girl who has her defenses up and feels like she's never had friends kind of vibe is the vibe that I was getting. But it just felt really immature to me because I think that you can even be a mean girl and create like a mean girl bitchy character and it not be like one that feels like she is another woman hater. Do you know what I'm saying? So I did not get very far in the book because I was getting that from the jump when I was reading it, and it was just really infuriating because I cannot stand a bully mean girl. And I was like, I can't do this. So for that, I had to DNF it. But I see a lot of like popular talk about it online. So honestly, maybe it's really good and I was just not in the headspace to read it. So maybe it was really, really good. I don't know. Can't tell you. I didn't get that far because I really could not get past the main character personally. Last but not least, book I DNF'd, Once You're Mine. I don't know what the fuck this book's about anymore. I know it was a stalker romance. That's all I know. It was so boring. It was like nothing was happening. You know when you're reading a bunch of words on the page and you do not feel like they are adding up to a story? You know what I'm saying? You feel like you're reading a lot and then you get like 10% in and it's almost like you've read fucking nothing. Like I just spent so much time reading and I could not tell you a single word. I could not guarantee you that it had the word the in it. You know what I'm fucking saying? That's how I felt reading that. And that's another hot take because that one's popular on Book Talk. Okay. Now for the books I should have DNF'd. Let me fucking tell you right fucking now, this is where I'm really gonna talk my shit. Okay? this is where I'm going to talk my shit because I finished these ones. Yeah, the other ones, how much of an opinion can I have? I never finished them. These ones, I fucking finished. And some of them personally offend me that I wasted my fucking time on it. But again, you know, if you want to read it, you should. Don't only listen to me. Sometimes I get in a bitchy mood, bro. Sometimes I just want to talk shit. It's that time. So these are the books I should have DNF'd. We are going to start with My Roommate's a Vampire. I'm not saying anything except the MMC's name because this should have been my first sign. This should have been all I needed to DNF this motherfucking book. Frederick J. Fitzwilliams as the MMC. That's all. Next. Ooh, okay. This one I DNF'd. It's called Vesselless. I once again was not feeling the vibes, but I wish I would have DNF'd it only because I personally would not recommend this book on my Reddit for a book club. And I personally did not vibe with it. I felt more chemistry between the main character and a side character than I did the main character in the MMC. And I kind of felt like she should have ended up with the side character. I did not really care about the MMC like at all. I didn't really fuck with him. So for that reason, I wish I would have DNF'd it because I didn't care about the magic or anything. Another one, Wings So Wicked. I just think I should have DNF'd this because it did not do anything for me. It started off and I thought it was going to be kind of fun, but as it went on, I just didn't really care that much. And I didn't care about the story. I didn't enjoy any of the characters. So I wish I would have DNF'd it because there's just better books. I could have had a better experience, you know? Ooh, okay, next. Purple Hearts. I think I should have DNF'd this. I read this book before I had gotten back into reading fully. And I read it because I had just watched Purple Hearts, which was based on a book. And I had read one more book before it. And I was like, oh my God, I loved the Purple Hearts movie. I want to read the book. This is like the one time that I would say the movie adaptation is better than the book. I did not like the book. There were like more aspects that kind of pissed me off. I don't even think there was character building between the FMC and the MMC. It almost felt like by the time they got together, they were just together because it was convenient, not because like they truly loved each other. But again, I had just come off the movie and I loved that movie and I loved it so fucking much. So like coming from something that gave you such high expectations. So I think for that, I probably didn't give the book a good chance either, but I just was not feeling it. And then last, not least, the book I should have DNF'd, wish I would have DNF'd. This book to this day pisses off my soul. I think this book is awful. I feel personally offended that I read this book. And I feel really bad talking such hard shit about it. I'm kidding, but I don't know. I just really did not like this book. Ooh, I'm like, should I read you guys I want to low-key read you guys my review for it, but I just feel kind of bad talking that hard of shit on this book. If you loved The Dread Descendant, or if for whatever reason it would hurt your feelings to see someone talk badly about The Dread Descendant, fast forward. I just wouldn't want to yuck someone's favorite book so hard, but I just personally didn't like it, so I want to kind of say why I don't like it. You know, and if you have a different opinion, that's okay. I don't want to yuck someone's yum, but I am going to read my review, and it's not a very nice one. Oh, this feels so terrible. It feels so wrong. Okay. I went into this book with high expectations due to the glowing reviews and online hype, but I was ultimately very disappointed. While I anticipated the similarities that it would have to Harry Potter, just based on like what I heard, I wasn't prepared for how much it felt like a rehash of not only Harry Potter, but also SJM. The number of direct parallels left me more baffled than impressed, and at times it almost felt like it was a joke. I started playing I Spy with myself to find and point out the similarities. I deadass did that. I'm like pissed off. Like this is why, because I reread my review and I start getting pissed off again. I felt like there were so many similarities to both of these books or the author's work that it didn't feel like there were really any original ideas, from names to the feeling of the stories to creatures. It just really felt so like a rehash. It just was too much. So I'm going to continue. Additionally, several characters and creatures were introduced to be only abandoned, adding no significance or relevance to the story. So these loose ends made it feel more scattered and unfocused. I don't really need to elaborate on that. It is what I said. This is where I start getting really fucking pissed reading this book. The dynamic between the main male and female characters was also frustrating. I have no problem with a male character being so strong, but it was concerning that he seemed to only support her growth to a point as long as she knew her place was beneath him. Pisses me off. Instead of an equal partnership, he made it really clear that she was always meant to be his second. This would have been fine if it didn't feel like he was constantly trying to remind her that he was better and stronger. There was also another character who I felt a vibe between the FMC and him. And they shared a super good flirtatious banter. And I felt like it would have potentially, or I feel like if it would have potentially made it to where that guy was supposed to be her MMC, I would have actually liked the book more. I did not keep reading the series, so if he later became the MMC, I do think that that is a plus. I feel like that could be something that makes it better. But like the main MMC, I couldn't stand. I really could not stand him. And I felt like it was so weird that this side character felt like he should have been the MMC. But I will also say too, because there's so many similarities to Esham's work, he could have definitely been Reese, which I thought was funny because his name was Reeves. That's my fucking point, okay? Okay, so if he does end up being like the Reese of the book, his name's fucking Reeves. Not only that, the fucking, and I'm remembering this and I'm like, did I mention this in the thing? No. The fucking villain's name was spelled different, like on 8 different times throughout the book, 8 different ways. The fucking villain, you don't even know how to spell the villain's name. I don't know, like get the consistent spelling. I don't even care about grammar and spelling or anything like that in books. Like typically it doesn't bother me. I can move past it. Why can you not spell the MMC's name the same, like a single time? I think this book was recently traditionally published, so I wonder if it was like reworked or rewritten. Maybe it's a little better now. I fucking hated this book though. What else was left in the thing? Oh yeah. I was wondering why the narrative spent so much time emphasizing her strength only to rely on the guy's power when it really mattered. Okay, so she was portrayed to be super duper powerful, and then halfway through she began using his ring for his strength to use his power instead of her own, despite the fact that she didn't even need it. She literally would acknowledge, I could have done this with my own power easily, but I just wanted to use his. Why? Why are we building up how fucking strong you are for you to just be like, but I want to use his power? That's so fucking stupid. Bitch, why? You could do it on your own. You said it. Why are we doing that? That's like so fucking weird to me. Do you hate women? Do you fucking hate women? Like, what is it? That's fucking weird. I could keep going, but I'm not gonna, okay? I'm not gonna keep fucking going, but no, that shit pissed me the fuck off. So with that being said, I'm so sorry if you love that book, because I hated it. But anyway, I would love to know what books you guys DNF'd and what books you believe you should have DNF'd. And if you read any of the ones that I was just talking about, tell me why you think I'm wrong. I want to hear it. I want to hear why you 100% completely disagree with me. I'm ready for it. Convince me why I'm wrong. Maybe I'll pick it back up. But thank you guys so much for watching my YouTube video. I will be back again next week for another, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.